seen three separate videos of women in Memphis thanking Donald Trump for the work he's doing here by sending the National Guards here, saying shit like, "Oh my God, the neighborhood is so safe now. My kids are able to play outside. I haven't heard a gunshot in weeks. I'm so thank you, Donald Trump, for sending the National Guard here and for protecting our city. You really are making America great again. You a dumb bitch because."
Wait. So she's really upset that there's people in her community that are happy that their community is finally cleaned up. They can finally have their kids go out and play. They can finally take a walk, down the block and not have to worry about getting robbed, getting stabbed, seeing homeless people. Just simple things that people expect to be able to do and have a good life, raise a family, do things without crime intruding into your life every day. And she's upset that these people are, happy that Trump came in and it's, I mean, yeah, it's Trump, but the National Guard, you guys should be appreciative of the National Guard being able to come in and do things like clean up the city, pick up trash. We've seen them pick up trash in DC and such things like that. That's a blessing that we can have such a strong country that can do these type of things and be able to, strive. We've been having these abilities this whole time. We've just never used them. Finally, somebody has the ability or uses their ability properly instead of just, funding other things. But we'll get into that a different time.
It sounds like you live in a neighborhood that's not so good. In that same neighborhood that you congratulating him on your kids being allowed to play outside in, he's about to push your black ass out of it. He's about to go and gentrify the whole area. Why do you think he's trying to get rid of criminals, of black people, of bad seeds, so he can get the lower class people out of the lower class neighborhoods that they pushed our asses into? You get what I'm saying? To take it from us and build higher class nation.
Now, I will kind of agree with her on this point. She does have a point. They pushed us into these neighborhoods, over time in different ways. The system is definitely real. Locking all the black men up, having all these drugs in our communities. Obviously, we didn't go get the drugs overseas. However, at the end of the day, you have to wake up at some point and say, hey, who am I going to be? What person do I want to be when I wake up in the morning? Do I want to look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm still the same person who is not striving and succeeding in life because I want to live a criminal lifestyle? Or do you want to wake up one day and say, hey, I got to get my life together. I'm going to do things differently. I want to make a sacrifice for myself and my family. And, it comes a point in everybody's life once you become an adult where you have to make that decision. You have to choose what's best for your family. Choosing all this violence and selling drugs, crime, all these different things. They're angry like these people aren't doing a crime. They're not going to arrest you for no reason.
And make this city into a tourist city. It's all a money scheme, and y'all dumbasses are not upset about this shit. Let's just be real, bro. Memphis is an impoverished city. Most of our citizens are a part of the lower class. You bitch, I mean your grandma, your auntie, your cousin that's poor, that's on EBT, that's getting Social Security, she's gonna get pushed out of her house because they finna tear all that shit down, gentrify it, and turn this shit into.
If the fear is that your granny isn't gonna get, her place still, she isn't gonna have a place to stay. If that's the fear that your grandmother isn't gonna have a place to stay, your family members, your friends, then hey, here's the truth. Take yourself and get yourself out of that situation. Get your family out of that situation. Look in the mirror and say, hey, what do I need to do to change my life for my family, my grandmother, if this is the case? If gentrifying is what you're scared of, then why don't you go ahead and gentrify yourself? We always get up so upset about gentrifying, but we don't want to buy anything up ourselves. We want to rent. We want to pay for other people's stuff. And us doing that, if we continue to do that forever, if we continue to not build forever, we keep buying bottles of Hennessy and the newest pair of Jordans instead of some stocks, investments, and property. And that's where it gets us to being scared of gentrification.
I'm not hearing me, bro. And y'all thinking this, man, and them the only videos that's going viral. The people of Memphis that are outraged are not getting heard. My video's not going past 1,000. Period. I'm like, why are y'all not upset? It's confusing me. Then they got border patrollers in a city that ain't nowhere near the water. Man, come on, man. Hello. Like it's an obvious race game. It's an obvious money game. It's an obvious cash game, bro. Trump is making the rich richer. He pushing y'all out of y'all houses into jail to make him more money.
No, I mean, I feel like this is just a stretch. Um, I couldn't imagine that in Memphis specifically, Trump is going to make some more money from doing anything here, or just in general. Hey, making the rich richer. No, he's locking up the criminals so that your kids are safer. I don't know if this woman right here, has kids or not, but for me, I have kids, and I think every day, hey, I want to make sure that I'm in an environment in the community where I can make sure my kids are safe. At these days, these times, right now, kids are almost never safe. You have the internet. There's so many people that are on the internet, so many crazy people. You have, just being outside. It's the bad influences. These other children sometimes even are so tarnished to an extent, and not to talk on anybody's kids, but it's just this culture, the media. It has everybody on a all-time rampage of just doing craziness. So definitely, I mean, if you have kids and you really want to be, a great parent and know that your family is going to be taken care of for the future to come, the best choice is to get the criminals out of your neighborhood. Get the people who can sell them drugs in high school and middle school and trick them into the bad things. Get the people who will, peer pressure them into making the wrong decisions. Get them out of your neighborhood. That's the only way to really cure this. We can be mad at Trump. We can be mad at whoever we want to be. But if we don't look in the mirror, and that's what I'm saying, our culture has to take accountability. We stopped taking accountability, and then we started losing. And until we start taking more accountability, we're going to continue to be at the bottom of the totem pole.
They need to revamp the jail and make it a bigger facility. They ask who's right now talking about that in Memphis trying to make 201 bigger. Or saying that they just gonna move it to put y'all black asses in the jail instead of in y'all homes so he can take over these neighborhoods. Y'all still ain't seeing it. And y'all got the nerve to get out here and thank that man. All right, we're gonna see. Y'all need to start documenting everything and educate yourselves. That's the only way we can keep what we have built. They have always pushed us into these hood neighborhoods and then forced us to leave. As if we chose to be here in the first fucking place, bro. Orange was supposed to be a thriving black community. We were supposed to have our own business, our own time, and look at what it looks like now. They took away funding for businesses. They took away this. They took away that.
It's something about, the head bob thing that just cracks me up. I mean, I don't know why women think that is such a, oh, I got you once I bob my head, but that is the goofiest thing. Um, I know I got a little bit personal there. But yeah, that is just, I hate that. I don't, I mean, and typically you can tell when they have that type of attitude, that type of positioning, that of course they are feeling everything. They lead with their emotions. They're not, these people aren't logical thinkers. They're just saying things. They feel some type of way and they react on it. They don't actually think about what's going on. She mentioned that hey, you got to document things, you got to do the research. It sounds like she only did part of the research. because she's talking about how they put us in certain places and moved us into certain areas and then move them out. But I mean, in reality, we had the opportunity to grow and be better. A lot of us chose to do different and follow in the footsteps of some other people, some other, I guess, bad role models, you could say, that all the black community wants to be a part of. That we got to be like the rappers, we got to be like the sports players, we got to be like the drug dealers that were in our neighborhood or in our community that were cool in high school, and we didn't realize they were cool because they were coming back when they were 25 years old and coming back to pick up the 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds for lunch at school. And I mean, I used to always think that was crazy, but hey, look, we'll get back to the video.
Educate yourself, document everything so they can't take shit from you. That's the solution. Not thanking this man for